whales have no teeth. Instead, they have enormous combs of fingernail-like material hanging from their upper jaws. They use this baleen for straining the water from their prey, millions of tiny organisms. Some baleen whales feed side by side. Each whale can then catch the tiny prey that darts sideways to avoid another whale's mouth. To get the most from this strategy, several whales may cooperate, all lunging at a school of prey together. But most remarkably, baleen whales can endure months of starvation. This enables them to take advantage of food sources scattered over vast areas of the oceans, leading them on long migrations. Gray whales are among the bottom feeders. They gouge pits in the ocean floor until their mouths are full of mud and water. Then they push the mud and sand out through the baleen, feasting on the burrowing and bottom-dwelling creatures that remain behind. Some baleen whales, such as this right whale, are skimmers. They swim at the surface with their cavernous mouths wide open. As the water flows in the front and out through the slats of baleen at the sides, these hairy, comb-like plates strain out millions of tiny plankton, which the whale then licks off with its tongue and swallows. Most baleen whales are like humpbacks or this blue whale. They are gulping whales called rorquals. They have enormous pleated ventral pouches which can expand to accommodate many tons of water. They feed by rushing forward, gulping in whole schools of small fish or shrimp-like animals called krill. Then they close their mouths, collapsing the pouch and forcing the water out through the baleen. Fish and krill left behind are then swallowed. When a blue whale fills its ventral pouch, it can make the rest of a body, even this huge, seem small. Humpback whales are tool users. They make bubble nets around schools of fish or krill by swimming in a circle beneath them, releasing bursts of air. With this cylindrical net of air completed, the whales rise from below, concentrating fish against the surface, where they engulf this food in a single gulp. Several humpbacks cooperate to make these bubble nets. Then they hunt as a team. On each charge, the same individuals surface next to each other in the same positions. Communal bubble netting is just one of the many examples of social behavior among baleen whales. During breeding season, male right whales form groups which move among females, mating with them. These patterns of behavior seem unusual for mysticetes, which have a reputation of not working together in social groups. However, that may be misleading. When we see a group of animals close together, we call it a herd. But a herd of baleen whales almost always stretches farther than the eye can see, most likely held together not by sight, but through sound. If we spell the word H-E-A-R-D, we may come closer to what a baleen whale perceives as its herd. On the other hand, most odontocetes appear to be very social. They live in large pods of 10 or more individuals that may stay together for generations. Where did these amazing animals come from? Scientists think that the ancestors of today's whales were furry land animals, probably about the size of a big dog. Fossil evidence suggests that about 50 million years ago, they waded into the sea in search of a more abundant food supply. Over millennia, they adapted so well to the marine environment that they became permanent residents. Their many adaptations to the water enabled whales to become extraordinary swimmers, some capable of exceeding speeds of more than 50 kilometers per hour. Whales' streamlined shape, their smooth, almost hairless skin, and their lack of external body parts all contribute to this ability. Their front limbs flattened and became paddle